that was the perfect take. Oh, that was a big one. Oh, he came right back. Nice cast. Whoa! Welcome back. It's day 2 of our Frontier Fishing Lodge adventure, and we're changing it up. I'm doing some casting to see what I can catch. I got something. We haven't been here very long. We're looking for Arctic Grayling, and I'm told there's some lake trout in the river. That little smaller size, and they love to hit spoons when we cast them. So I got a light, medium action rod. Oh yeah, that's a nice lake trout. Right on. It's fun. Light action gear. We have to conserve our gas today. We have a 240 kilometer run back to Yellowknife tomorrow. It's supposed to get a little bit windy, so with the wind you can use a little bit more gas than what you would on flat calm. So we need to be ultra careful. We're not going to do a lot of running around today. Yesterday we went out, we tried to catch some big fish. We didn't catch any numbers, but we caught some Siskoet. That was cool. They're a deep water lake trout. This guy's almost ready to come in. They are feeding. He's just spitting stuff out. Oh, we've gone down to the little net, so hopefully we don't, if we roll into something big, we're going to have to do some dancing around the boat. Man, it's so much power. Oh, he's almost too big for the net. There he is. Nice little lake trout. The casting spoon. See you later, buddy. Best thing you can do, because the current, you want to be careful. You don't want to bend over and risk falling in. So torpedo them back, keep them out of the water as little as possible. Get them back there and they'll be good. Fresh. Almost lost my net. A little bit lighter gear than what we were using yesterday. Just got a medium action spinning rod with 15-pound braid and 10-pound fluorocarbon leader. About a 3/4 ounce spoon, you just chuck it out there and reel it back in the current. This is going to be fun. I've wanted to come back. I've fished here once before and caught monster Arctic Grayling, so that's our mission today. We want to catch big Arctic Grayling. It's not supposed to be windy at all today. Hot and calm, and that's when the big fish tend to come out. So stick with us, see what we can find. Pull them up. This light gear is fun. Now with the braided line and 10-pound line, I can still pull on them. This is a fiberglass rod. That's not good. Oh. Fancy maneuver in there. You don't want to get caught in that trolling motor. Big net. This guy's a little bigger. So there you go. If you want shore lunch fish, it's nothing better. Nice little lake trout. Getting a little bit bigger. Get you back there. Alright, this is fun. We haven't even been fishing for 20 minutes. That's 2 landed, missed a few. Clip came undone. It's highly possible it wasn't closed properly. Who knows? Oh. Let's go. Oh, it just hit the water. Oh, lost him. Didn't get a chance to get hooks at him. Oh, he's back. Just keep reeling. Oh, looks like another lake trout. So if you want to catch numbers of fish, just come to the river. If the lake's not your thing, you know, you get a windy day, you just come to the river. You can catch lots of fish. They're a blast on light tackle. But if you want to catch a real big lake monster, you gotta be willing to put in the time and not catch a lot of fish. You're generally in areas where you don't catch a lot of fish, so. Try to land this one by hand. There, even better. Spoon just popped out. Nice thing about barbless hooks, you don't have to bring them all in the boat. A lot of times you just give it a little bit of slack, they pop off. That's why it's really important, keep your line tight. If they get any leverage at all on you, 9 times out of 10, they're gonna spit that hook. That's it, the magic lure for the day. It's doing the trick, no reason to change. Check your hooks often for bouncing the rocks. They could get bent over and it's gonna decrease your hooking rate, so make sure they're sharp, sharpen them up when you need them. We're also gonna be checking our line today, making sure we got no fray. Fish run you down. Oh, look at that. It just hit the water. I'd say there's a few fish there. Oh yeah, just a wee little trout. Oh, easy. I'm Ryan Gregory from Fishing the Arctic, and today we're going to talk about how to catch a trout in a river casting medium gear just with a spoon. It's really simple. Get yourself in a location. You can either use an anchor to hold yourself in spot. Today we have a little bit of technology on the boat. We're going to use an electric bow mount. It's kind of holding us here in the current. We don't have our spot lock on, but I just kind of put it on directional mode so it's locked in on a point on the shore, and it's just going to hold us here. And I've kind of feathered. I'm about half power. It's holding us here perfect. So what we're gonna do, I got a medium action spinning reel here, 15 or 20 pound braid, tied down to a fluorocarbon leader. And I've just connected the two with an Alberto knot. That looks like a blood knot. And about a 6-foot lead of 10 pound fluorocarbon. So when you're casting, cast kind of straight up, but a little off to either side, almost quartering, and that'll allow your spoon to tumble nicely for the fish to grab it. I think we had a hit, but I think my spoon is messed up. Yeah. It's likely twisted in the line. Something smoked it like right away. It's either that or there's a little tiny fish on it. No. See, it just felt weird. So, good shake. Try that again. So, a little bit quartering off to the side. Just help your spoon fall into the current and get closer to the bottom and tumble nicely back. Just a steady, slow retrieve. Give it a couple snaps, let it sink, change it up. Let the fish tell you what they want. I think it's a little deep here. Check the graph. We're in 12 feet of water, so it's pretty clear. The fish should see your bait. Oh. And that's how you make an incredibly long cast. And there's a spoon. So we lost our hot bait. So I guess we're gonna go try for grayling. This is the grayling gods telling us enough for Lake Trout already. So that's how not to cast for Lake Trout. Can be frustrating. I haven't fished with this light line in a while, and I remember some of the challenges. Just don't have the patience for that. Nope, not dealing with it. I'm bad luck. There's 2 rods down. We're onto the dry fly. People ask, why do you bring so many rods? It's like, so I don't have to sit and waste time tying another one. Do that at lunchtime. Oh. God. find very many. It's been a while since I fly fished. This is how I started fishing, but oh, all on one side. Oh, we got a nice full Arctic Grayling. On the dry fly! This is the first time I've ever caught one like this. I'm gonna start holding them like this. And utilize the wet of the net. There we go. Keep our fish safe. That's the deal right there. Those fins. Get her back. Well, that was awesome. We didn't even know she was there, and she came up for it, so that's a good sign. Yeah, just like a silicone. This is just a special fly dressing for dry flies. We just put her on here. It's just waterproofing, basically. It's gonna keep the feathers from getting wet. But plus I think there's elk hair creatus, so elk hair is hollow, so it already kind of has buoyancy, but to give it a little extra, sometimes the fish, you can catch a couple fish before you have to put some more dry fly floating on, so that's always handy. It's always good too, little tip, you always get a little bit on your fingers, so just take your fingers and wipe it on your line there too. Use it up. After a bit, your line starts to sink, so that'll help keep it up top. And that's the most important thing about dry flies, keep the fly up on the top. So we've got a few risers here. We're gonna start tight. We have to remember we're a little closer to shore now, and the trees are they're right there. So line out there, see a few rising. We're gonna work this inside seam. And I'm gonna be careful, I can mend my line, keep my line above my fly. You see now I'm getting a little bit of drag, but we're gonna put it down here because we got a 360 camera, so it'd be pretty cool if one decided to come up and eat underneath the camera. So a little further out. Perfect drift happening here. They're just gonna come right up off bottom and grab your fly. Just gotta, it can be exciting. You gotta wait for them to take it. You gotta wait for that fly to disappear, and you gotta feel the fish. You don't want to set too soon. All right, we're gonna get out there a little farther. Of course, all this time watching them jump around, I haven't seen one jump too much. Oh, I just seen one position. Oh, I pulled it away from him. I was too busy looking at another fish. That's okay. Put it back in here. Sometimes it's a matter of just having it right in the right spot. Having that perfect drift. There's one. Oh, that's a nice one. He came right up for it. He went right to the reel already. Nice. Oh, this is a really big one. That didn't take long. Arctic Grayling on the dry fly on the Stark River in the Northwest Territories. They can get really big here. We've got a net we're going to use just to help keep our fish as wet as possible. I'm going to dip it in the water and make sure it's good and wet. Try to get it in here. Whoa! That was awesome. Wow, he's a Okay, so it's important to have all your gear ready. You get him up here. We're gonna handle him over the side of the boat, so if he wants to go, he can go. But the trick is to work incredibly fast. I have lots of flies, so we just have to get it out of his mouth. I think it's out, yeah. So there they are. He's really floppy. We gotta get him back. There he goes. It's really important with Arctic grayling to not handle them very much. As little as possible. So we're gonna catch lots, so we'll find one that's a little more cooperative and we'll hold him for a nice photo. Well, as I mentioned before, I'm no purist when it comes to fly fishing. Whatever it takes to catch the fish. We're gonna try out this float with a tube jig. Oh, he was all over it. Great big one. See that? Oh, you just gotta let them do what they want to do. You thought the sail was big on the other one? You should see this guy. Oh, he will not budge. He's got that nose down. Oh. Come here, buddy. Aren't they just a gorgeous fish? See ya. You just feel them sliding out of my hands, so you just gotta let them go. Just always hold them over the water. Don't hold them in your boat. If you drop them in the boat, you're best to keep them. They're not gonna survive. But grayling are pretty good eating. You can deep fry them with some Combs & Co. fish batter, and they're great. But it's such a beautiful fish. Try to let them go if we can. On your visit to Frontier Fishing Lodge and you want to go out on the Stark River for Arctic grayling, if you want to try fly fishing, I encourage you to bring a 5-weight fly rod with a 5-weight reel and a floating line. I have about a 6 to 8 pound tippet, monofilament, it helps it float, and caddis dry flies. Probably about the only thing you need to bring. Now, they've stopped biting a little bit on this dry, so you might get some nymphing, so a good selection of nymphs. Usually they have guides on staff, are very equipped with fly fishing. They have a lot of experience on the river, and you can notify them ahead of time and they can get you set up with what you need to bring to make your trip successful. The other thing we've been using today is I got a float rod here. I got a tube jig under a float. Now I had upsized to this little bit bigger one with a little heavier head, and it was really getting down in the current a whole lot faster. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put on this smaller one. I had this much smaller, lighter jig head, which inserts up inside of this tube jig, and then a little bit smaller profile. It seemed to sink a lot slower. I was catching the bigger Arctic grayling on this rig when I was first coming up here. That one there, I caught a bunch of small ones. We caught one lake trout. So I'm gonna put this one back on, give it a go, And if that doesn't work, well, I think we're gonna pull the anchor and we're gonna drift down and we're gonna catch some lake trout. It's flat calm on the big lake there and I can't stand it anymore. The grayling bite is kind of turned off, so we're gonna change gears, go see if we can catch trout. So I encourage you to check out Frontier Fishing Lodge. You wanna break up your trip, try multi-species, you can catch whitefish in this river as well. We've caught lake trout, Arctic grayling. That's all we're missing is that whitefish. And they're here all year long. You can catch them on light tackle, fly rods. You go out in the lake and you can troll for a great big giant lake trout. They get absolutely huge. Lodge record, 60 pounds. So come check them out. Yeah, we can pop anchor, drift down, see what we can find. Oh, I caught a lake trout on a topwater lure. Oh my God! It just crushed it! I'm Ryan Gregory, and this is Fish in the Arctic.